The story begins, and we are shown the scene of 2003, and the place is Baghdad. And within moments, explosions start happening everywhere, and this blast is very huge, because of which everywhere chaos spreads. Then we see General Muhammad Rafi, and Rafi here likes all his passengers and tells them to leave from there. And during this journey itself, an incident happens, whose name is Syed Ashadi. Here he gets a notebook in which he has written all the information. Therefore, he does not write anything else in this notebook and hands it over and says that this information should quickly be delivered to other people. And he says that it should reach only you. After saying this, he leaves from here and very quickly exits the city. Then we see Officer Major Roy, who gets information about the locations where WMD, i.e. weapons of mass destruction, are kept in America, is most desperate to find this thing. He always receives reports that Iraq has WMD. Therefore, taking his entire team, he moves ahead, thinking that the hard work of many years will finally pay off today. But when these people reach the location, there is chaos everywhere, and people are extremely disturbed. Then he comes to know that another American Army unit has already reached there. So he starts talking with that team and tells them how they will enter and that they might need their help. But they say that they cannot help at all because they have not received any order. They have come only to control the area. And on top of that, there are snipers who can kill you quickly. So you should deal with them first. Hearing this, Roy alerts all his soldiers. And very soon helicopters arrive on time. Then they wear protective suits and masks and start entering. And there is complete darkness everywhere. And they wear these suits because there could be bioweapons inside, which can be very dangerous. Therefore, they start searching the entire place. But after a long time, they find nothing. And after seeing this, Roy becomes very upset because he came with his entire team but got nothing in hand. Therefore, he starts thinking in disbelief and feels that maybe there is no such thing at all. Then we are shown a scene of the airport where the place is filled with media people. Here the Iraqi minister is arriving, whose name is Both. Therefore, media surrounds him from all sides. And from the Department of Defense, Clark also reaches there. Then we see a reporter whose name is Lorette from Observer 14.1. She tells him that she needs information about the meeting because everyone is saying that you had met him, but now there is no trace of it. So are you going to give information or not? Clark says that the information is very sensitive and highly classified and not for the media. Otherwise, these things will spread all over the world, and angrily drives the reporters away and leaves. Then on the other side, we see Roy, who is extremely angry and therefore goes to his senior commander and tells him that whoever is giving you this information is making a fool of us, and again we are suffering losses. This is the third time we are here, but still we have nothing in our hands. Therefore, you should talk directly to the informant. Hearing this, his senior says that you cannot challenge us, and you cannot tell us what to do. We are only giving you orders, and you must follow them no matter what. Hearing this, Roy gets furious and walks out from there. Then a CIA officer comes to him whose name is Marty. Marty talks to him and says that your department is being given false information, and I am investigating all this, and the truth is completely different. And we need to find where that truth actually is. After saying this, he gives his number to Roy and says that if you find anything, you can inform me and you can trust me. Then Roy gets information about his next mission and he leaves. But when they are going there, civilians stop them and say that you do not have permission to go ahead. Then on the other side, a meeting is being held where all the senior officers are sitting, and their problem is that Iraq is losing its power, and what can they do about it? Then one officer says that we want to do many things, and we have already prepared a plan, but Martin is interfering in our matters. Then Martin says that this is not that simple. If we want to strengthen ourselves in Iraq, then we need the help of China's army, and they are not with us at all. So we need to make a plan regarding this. And over this issue, they start arguing among themselves. Now we see the Arabs who meet Iraqi army leaders and start talking about what should be done. And now all people are focused on that. Therefore, everyone says that America is harassing us a lot. Then to calm everyone, someone comes and says that very soon Americans will talk to us, and we will place our conditions in front of them. And if they do not accept our conditions, then we will think about war, but for now we must remain completely calm. Then we see Roy's team where they are digging. Then Roy becomes suspicious of a civilian. So they catch him and start interrogating him. They grab one man. That man starts screaming. Then Roy goes to him, and that man tells him that my job is a translator and I want to help you. I have just seen a Jai here. Then Roy asks, can you take us there? And the man agrees. Then all of them move forward. They see many people carrying guns and moving from there, so these people follow them and enter a house. Going further, Medina finds out that the pimples, whoever they were, have already fled from here, but these people manage to catch Syed here, and with Syed they find the same notes that he had mentioned in the notebook earlier. Then Roy asks Syed and says, "Tell me where the duty point is," to which he replies that he does not know anything about it. But if such a thing exists, then its information will be with and only with Punjabi. And right when they are talking, 3 huge helicopters arrive, and all the special forces come and capture Syed. But before that, he cleverly throws the notes out of his hands, although they take Syed away with them. But Roy cannot understand how the special forces came to know all this so quickly, that they captured a man named Syed who is connected to Allah. Because of this, Roy becomes very worried. Then he calls Martin and says that he wants to meet him. Martin tells him where to meet. So Roy goes to him and meets him at that place and says that things have gone out of control, and as soon as possible I need to know about this. What information is involved here? And he says that I need to find Abi quickly. After saying this, he starts to leave. Then Lori comes to him and tries to talk to him. She wants to find out what the truth actually is, but Roy does not talk much here and leaves from there. But as soon as he reaches his room, he starts searching about those people, trying to understand who they really are. And then he realizes that Lori had recently published an article about BW attacks, which means she knows a lot about Hussein's case. Then we see Syed being brutally tortured by the special forces, and he breaks very quickly and says that whatever information I have, I will tell you everything. I do not know where the key is, but Abi's diary was with me, which contains all the information about it. And after saying this, he asks for the safety of his family, saying, "Please protect my family or they will kill them." But the opponents come to know that the diary had gone to Roy, and Roy must have given it to Martin. Therefore, they start preparing to go after Martin. Then Martin reaches Abi and gives him $1 million and says, "Take this money and give it to Syed, and also plan to move his family to a safe place and extract as much information as possible." After saying this, he starts leaving. Then suddenly Puntwan arrives there and stops him and says, "There is no need for you to stay here. Take your unit back." After he leaves, everyone is angry with the CIA staff, and they say that we have legal orders to seize all your things. After saying this, they even take away Marty. And then everyone starts planning that they will raid all the safe houses, and very soon they will arrest General Ravi Kumar. On the other side, we see Roy and his team, who are already ready, and they go to the place where Syed has been kept captive. So Roy uses his brain and shows fake documents to all the guards and says that we have orders to meet Syed, and they let them go inside. Syed has been tortured so badly that he is not fully conscious. But when Roy talks to him, he tells him about a meeting that took place a few days ago in Jam. And in that meeting, Abi and Ravi were present. After hearing this, Roy is shocked that the American army had a meeting with the Iraqi leadership. Because of this, he starts getting suspicious. Then on the other side, the American forces carry out a raid and kill Ravi's officers and all the people there. But Abi manages to escape from there. He quickly reaches Lori and starts talking to her and asks, "What else do you know about Mazhab?" She tells him that not much. "I only received news in Washington that a man had attended a meeting and he knows many things about Iraq's WMD. But the location of this meeting was extremely confidential, so not many people know about it." Then Roy says that the meeting you are talking about did happen, and the person you are referring to is none other than Abi, and the information you received was not given by anyone else, but by the Pentagon officials. They wanted you to publish false news. Now many things become clear to Roy. So he reaches Martin and tells him that Pentagon had meetings with unknown people, but they gave it a different name, and they are hiding something that they do not want their own government to know. Maybe some people want to compromise, but the Pentagon wants something else entirely. After hearing this, Martin tells his men to find out where both of them were in 2003 when that meeting took place. Then when they investigate, they find out that both of them were present at the same place, meaning the Ravi with whom the Pentagon had the meeting. And while this conversation is going on, they come to know that there has been an attack. Roy understands that the situation is about to get worse, so he rushes from there towards Abi. Then we see local people who are scared and fleeing. The people living there are terrified and crying. Then Roy reaches there and saves Abi's commander and tells him that tell Abi that I want to meet him, and this is extremely important, and I will meet him at the bus stop. The commander leaves from there. But hearing this, Roy's friend becomes worried and says, "Why do you want to meet a stranger?" Then Roy replies that Abi is not an ordinary man who can be ignored. Therefore, it is very important for me to meet him, because if I meet him today, then thousands of lives can be saved. Then we see the messenger who reaches Abi and tells him everything and says that an American soldier wants to meet you. Abi feels that the time has come to talk, because this is what they wanted. He also says that I am ready to meet him right now. Someone informs Pawan Singh's people and they come to know that Roy is creating trouble and that he has killed their men and saved Raj Prabjeet. Therefore, Pinto gets scared that Roy might reach Abi. So he orders his men to quickly find Roy and kill him, and along with that finish Abi as well. Then West arrives there and signals Roy to follow him, and Roy starts following him, while the rest of the men stay scattered around the area. And after some time, Roy reaches the meeting point. But at this moment, Abi plays his biggest move, and he brings all the media there and starts speaking against Iraq, meaning now they are going to use this issue. Seeing this, Abi becomes aggressive and orders all his men to prepare for war. They also kidnap outsiders and quickly bring them to Abi. Then Roy tries to explain to Abi and says that he does not want to use violence and that there are some people in the center who want compromise and want to help them. But Abi says no, you probably have not seen it yet. Now the people are against us, and after saying this, someone slaps Roy. Then all the people present there attack Roy together. Prithvi prepares all his men and orders them to quickly kill Roy. Roy's people start running away. One man is about to kill Roy, but Roy counterattacks and kills him. Then Roy starts chasing Abi, and here American soldiers also arrive. All of them together start chasing Abi. But then General Briggs also appears who wants to kill Abi. So when they reach near the fire, he tries to shoot Abi, but Roy stops him and says that Abi has to be captured alive. But Briggs works for the Pentagon, and therefore he is determined to handle it his own way. Meanwhile, their fight continues. Then suddenly chaos breaks out, and heavy firing starts everywhere. In the middle of this, Briggs gets shot and dies. This makes Roy extremely angry, and he picks up his gun and starts killing all of Ravi's men, and within moments he kills everyone. Then Abi comes forward and says that he is ready to surrender. But Roy fires at him and shoots him. Roy says that the future of entire Iraq cannot be decided by one man, and we are not dependent on anyone. But Roy understands that after so much damage, nothing more can be done. So he tells Friday to go home. On the other side, we see the Pentagon, where political leaders start gathering. It is revealed that Patel is allied with extremist leaders who want to take control of Iraq. That is why he was meeting them in the name of peace. But Roy reaches there in anger and grabs Funtun by the collar and asks, "Why did you do all this, and what do you want?" But Funtun gives no answer, and Roy throws him away and leaves. The meeting continues, and all Iraqi leaders are seen fighting among themselves. Then on the other side, we see Lori, who goes to her office, and there she finds all the information about how the Pentagon spread false news that Iraq had WMD. Therefore, she wants this news to spread across the whole world, and she does exactly that. She sends this information to all major news channels, and with this the story comes to an end. So friends, today's video ends here. If you like this video, then like it, share it, and subscribe to the channel. Thanks.